Following on from our CES TMA special in Las Vegas, I am back in the country, back in my flat, and back to eating regularly sized portions. Enough about expensive transparent TVs, let's move on to more reasonable items, like Samsung's AI-packed S24 Ultra, or maybe Apple's Vision Pro? Fine, just do the graphic key swirly thing. Yes, it was straight into even more tech launches after CES. Kicking off with Samsung and 3 new smartphones, its S24 family. Yes, they look very similar to the S23 series, which is often the case, but in Samsung's defense, at least this year, the main compelling feature introduced is all in the software. It's all about Samsung really eking out AI features and even generative AI. Generative. The S24 series phones will be able to detect and erase annoying glares and shadows in your photos, but it'll go a step further with generative AI, extending the background of your shots to help recompose, say, perhaps a wonky photo. With video, a new feature will use AI to generate new frames, essentially creating slow motion clips even if you haven't filmed the video in slow motion mode. Samsung's added AI smarts expand further to the likes of translation, search, and even notes. There's some very cool transcription tricks baked in here as well. According to the demos, you'll be able to record a conversation and the phone itself will be able to auto-detect the different speakers. It'll then transcribe it all and just neatly format it so you can actually use it. You can even get the S24 to summarize meetings and notes for you, and I'm intrigued to see what it thinks is the most important things from my weekly catch-ups with the rest of the Engadget team. I have a horrible feeling it is nothing that I say. Apple's Vision Pro, its debut virtual, augmented and mixed reality headset, goes on pre-order. Well, now it's on pre-order now. And this week, Engadget got to experience some more involved demos with the headset beyond the tiny early demo we saw at the end of WWDC last year. In fact, we got 2 demos with Editor-in-Chief Dana Wallman and Deputy Editor Reviews. I'm told the word order is important, Sherlyn Lowe. This is the company's first big new product line since the Apple Watch back in 2014. And our first impressions suggest that Apple has made a fluid, intelligent headset experience beyond the VR headsets we've experienced, at least so far. Dana and Sherlyn watched some of those immersive videos that you'll be able to record on iPhone 15 Pros going forward and test out Disney Plus's native viewing app with some themed environments because it's Disney. Something worth noting, Netflix won't have a native app on the Vision Pro at launch, which is intriguing if you like streaming app gossip. They also spent a fair bit of time getting it to fit correctly, and that's borne out in other reports we've been seeing this week. Yes, other reports have been saying that anyone interested in a Vision Pro demo and isn't a North American technology journalist who is invited directly will have to book in for an appointment that takes a fair bit of time. You'll have to sit through face scans, the assembly of a customized Vision Pro in store, and follow instructions on the interface, controllers, and other boring things. But at least it will be followed up with roughly 25 minutes of demo time, apparently. Apple Store employees will also be able to take your glasses and scan them to ensure the Vision Pro lenses work for you, hopefully ensuring everything looks like this and not like this. And we're back in the room. But the big question is, do you have $3,500? Is Game Studio Remedy's R logo too similar to Rockstar Games' R logo? Maybe we should all just go to court and find out. Yes, Take-Two Interactive, the owners of Rockstar Games, which makes the Grand Theft Auto series, has filed opposition to Remedy Entertainment's newest logo. It says the symbol infringes on Rockstar Games' logo, despite the two having nothing in common apart from the letter. Take-Two is pointing to a likelihood of confusion by the public between the two logos. Could this cause more drama in the future? Almost definitely yes. Both companies are currently collaborating on remastered remakes of the first 2 Max Payne games. Ooh, awkward. What else has been happening in the news this week then? Sheryl Sandberg is leaving Meta's board of directors after 12 years. Sandberg spent 14 years as the COO of Meta and previously Facebook, but said this was the right time to step away. Although maybe it's that incoming HBO miniseries where The Crown's Claire Foy will be starring as Sandberg. She then proceeded to do the most middle-aged thing possible and post all about it on Facebook. Samsung wrapped up its Unwrapped event with a new wearable. It's making a smart ring, and we know nothing else about it. It'll be blackish, maybe metallic, maybe both. Next story. This right here is the sharpest, brightest image ever of a black hole. It was actually captured back in 2018, and it took this long to process it. It shows the Doppler-Einstein effect, where one side of a black hole appears to be brighter than the other. So yes, we know more about the Messier 87 galaxy 55 million light years away than we do about Samsung's next wearable, ironically titled the Galaxy Ring. And that was your morning after. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, this series, and everything else available in the broader Engadget cinematic universe. Except maybe Jess Condit's gaming show, which is still TBC on the name. Don't have a beef with Jess, it's just that she gets way more likes on TikTok, and I do not like it. I also don't like that this show seems to be turning me into a misogynist, so that's something to work on. Regardless, thanks once again for watching, and thanks for all your lovely and not so lovely comments. I read them all, I internalize them all. I'll see you next week. Generative. More beyond that, it's going to use generative.